Hello, welcome sports fans. 3,000 metre steeplechase. So, again, we're in the hurdling category. The longest distance on this one. This one is a long race. It's 8 laps. Are they 8 full laps? No, because it's 3,000 metres. 3,000 divided by 8 is not 400. So, therefore, we know that we are doing slightly more than what's needed. We are probably doing 7.5, I think it is the way it works. This one you run in a group, a bit like in the 800 meters and 1500. And there are some differences as we go through. So, trying to get the perfect start on this, there isn't anything that's going to give us real accuracy. We've got things in the distance. I would never trust one of the advertising boards in the distance, and to get your accuracy based on pixels and stuff, I don't think it's really going to work. But this one, when it first came out, it was buggy. Didn't matter when you hit things, it would just sort of decide whether you'd got a perfect, good, or terrible. And you used to basically do a round and you'd have at least 3 terribles. It was ridiculous. They've obviously ironed out a lot of those bugs as we've gone through. One of the things to look at on this is the speed of the opposition. This really is probably one of the harder track events to win, because the opposition speed is really quick, and they often themselves are getting perfects as they go round. But there is a point on this where you can do the catch up. So let's watch it. So, as I said, actually, do you know what? That might be something to notice. I might have to try this. I know I said don't focus on the thing in the background. But let's just watch that advertising board there. It's yellow, but let's watch it when it goes into the black. So here we go. But if we pressed it now, yeah, see, we would have got a perfect there. Okay, that's something to watch. We'll keep an eye on that. We've just run past the weird and wonderfuls of the 3,000 meters, but here we go. So look at the speed that they're going. They are getting away from me, even if I hit a perfect. Good there, we've caught up a little bit, and you'll notice here, and this is just to sort of, we do get this in a lot of these long running ones. Where are we? Let's just have a go here. We see how here we get ahead, and he's just taken away. So this is obviously the weirder part of the 3,000 meters. So we don't run around the track. If you don't know the event, we don't run around the track. We have 2 main hurdles, 3. I think it's 3. And then we have a water jump. It's probably the closest you get to horse racing for humans, I would say this is. Let's just get to that water jump. This is the bit though. Oh, I've gone too far the other way. There we go. So this here is how we make up time on the group, because this is the section which they don't do very well as computer, AI driven characters as such. So we obviously this is a blue one. We need to catch it. I typically look at the left hand triangle because you get the best view of it. The right hand triangle, if you are in the group, it gets obscured and it's really hard to see that line. You're going to pick it up at the edges. I just like to have a look at the yellow triangle and the line as it comes through. You see there, we just need to get it so it's perfectly layered on top. That gives us a boost, and then we come to the water jump. Now, there's a few things about this water jump. Let's just watch it through here. So I've actually jumped early there. It's quite hard. You look at that line there. It's actually quite hard to get a perfect. But if you do get a bit of a rhythm, once you start getting a couple, you will find that you will start getting more than 1, more than 2, etc. Landing this, you do get a big kick and exit out of the water. So it is, if you're going to run good times, and there is one jump to nail, this is the one to do, this water jump. You also, though, don't want to be late, because on this you might get a terrible, and if you get a terrible in the water jump, you actually fall to the floor and you lose more time on the water jump and hitting a terrible than you would do if you hit any of the normal high hurdles. So let's just watch this as we go through. We got a good gives you a good kick. See, I'm back in the group of people. I've hit a perfect. That's given us a bit of an acceleration forwards. There, another perfect, but I'm being caught slightly. Again, that should make me catch up into fourth, but no, look, the gap's re-widened again. We've hit a good, and then look, so we're watching that side, and then, right, we're trying to do it again, early. 3,000 metres, as I said, you've got these 8 laps. You don't really go over any hurdles until when it says 2 out of 8. You'll notice, obviously, it speeds up and slows down in between. So we're going up to, I think it's times 10 there. And then, obviously, every time we're doing a jump, it's times 2. Here again, we want to hit that. Now we want to hit the perfects. Look at this. See, now watch the acceleration. We get away from the one in yellow because we hit the perfect. And that's allowed us to catch up with the people at the front. But if we then go and hit a couple of goods, we're then going to start to see that, one, the people behind catch and we don't catch the people in front. Those people behind are constantly catching us. And this is why the 3,000 metre steeplechase is the harder one to do, because you're constantly getting caught, and it's the one event which drives as much perfection as possible. I would normally say, once you've got this down and you hit a really good time, you can't do more than 4 goods in an entire race. That's a big ask. Now, it isn't the hardest. We're running at times 2 speed, but it is, if you look at that, we're constantly hitting that first one before the water, right at the end of the perfect. So actually not hitting good perfects. We're hitting average perfects. Once you get, I typically do look at the lap times and stuff when it gets to sort of lap 4. I think I'm on roughly about 63 seconds a lap. Let's just check this. We can check this when we get to the final lap. I think we're going to be on about 63 seconds. It might be less than that, actually. No, we're not. We are probably about 61, 60. No, we probably are about 63 seconds, actually. 63, 64. The lower level you are, obviously the longer it is per lap. If just take a note of how long it's taking you to do the final lap. Look at this. We got ahead. We've just been overtaken. We hit a perfect. We can't catch them, and they're slowly working away. Working away from us. I don't think it's massively practice. It's just consistency you have to have on this. This isn't something. It's not the type of race that you can do while you're watching the football or you're watching a film or something like that in the background, because your gaze gets taken away. This is one you do have to concentrate on, because it's a proper 8 laps. 7.5. It is very long. Yeah. But, we had quite a good run there. 0.5, 0.4. 0.406 seconds away from PB. But it is consistency. Driving consistency. If you get a terrible start at the beginning, personally, if I get a terrible start, I will just kill the application, because I'm not going to go and do 7.5 laps of this knowing I can't get anywhere close to my PB because I've got a terrible start. The only time I will persist through is if there is a tribe challenge on, and one of the challenges is hit X number of perfect tap and goes, or tap and holds, or good, or whatever, and then I use the event to help me, achieve those bits in tribe challenge. It's one of the better ones actually for tribe challenge. Less so for the whole tap and holds, because this isn't an event that lends itself towards that, because as we saw, you don't get tap and holds. We are doing just the tap and goes. But if you have tap and go challenges within the tribe event, great event this for being able to quickly knock through how many it's telling you to go and get. So that's the 3,000 metre steeplechase. It's not rocket science. There's no real cheats and stuff like that. I would just always say, if you are not getting a good or perfect start, if you get a terrible start, kill the app, start again, go on to your next event, or if you want to try the 3,000 metre steeplechase again, do it. If you need to pay the 10 gems to do it, again, just crack on. But I would essentially say this is just a bit of practice to get this one done. But now they've ironed out all the bugs of it, it's a good event. It's what I do like this event, even though it's long. I actually quite like the long events. They make you concentrate a bit more. So, but that's the 3,000 meter steeplechase. Yeah, leave comments below. You might have some viewpoints. Start having a look at that advertising board. Maybe that is something we've just discovered, in terms of getting your start right and getting that perfect start every time. There's no harm in giving these things a try. So, yeah, put in a like, put in a subscribe, get the comments in, and we will be moving on to the jumping events next. So, I will see you then. Bye.